Time travel isn't just sci-fi anymore. Scientists are actually building quantum computers that mess with time itself. From Einstein's mind-bending theories to particles that tunnel through time, we're about to explore how close we are to cracking time's code. Here's something that'll blow your mind. Time isn't ticking at the same speed for everyone. Yeah, you heard that right. Einstein figured out that time is like a rubber band. It stretches and squeezes depending on how fast you're moving or how close you are to something super heavy, like a black hole. If you're zooming through space in a rocket ship, time actually moves slower for you than for your friends back on Earth. And this isn't just some wild theory. We've proven it with super accurate atomic clocks. Even GPS satellites have to adjust for this time-bending effect, or they'd be off by miles. Pretty wild, right? Your phone is basically dealing with Einstein-level physics every time you check Google Maps. Let's talk about quantum entanglement. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. And honestly, that's a perfect name for it. Imagine you have two particles that are best friends. They're so close that whatever happens to one instantly affects the other, even if they're on opposite sides of the universe. It's like they're sharing a secret group chat that works faster than light itself. Scientists have actually created these entangled pairs in labs, and here's where it gets really weird. Some physicists think we might be able to use this instant connection to send messages through time. Yeah, you heard me right. We're talking about particles that could potentially text their past selves. Okay, get ready for this. Scientists have created something that sounds totally made up. Time crystals. These aren't some fancy jewelry you'd find in a sci-fi movie. They're actual particles that break the most basic rules of physics. Normal crystals repeat their pattern in space like the atoms in a diamond, but time crystals, they repeat their pattern in time. It's like having a clock that ticks forever without using any energy, which should be impossible. Imagine a jelly that jiggles endlessly without anyone touching it. That's basically what a time crystal does. Google's quantum computer team created one in 2021, and it might be the key to building quantum computers that could revolutionize everything from encryption to, maybe even time travel itself. Ever tried folding a piece of paper to make two distant points touch? That's basically what a wormhole does with space and time. Scientists think these cosmic shortcuts could let us zip across vast distances in seconds, and maybe even travel through time. Here's the cool part. Einstein's equations actually say they're possible. The catch? We'd need something called negative energy to keep them open, and that's about as rare as a unicorn riding a skateboard. But some physicists have a wild idea. What if we could use quantum mechanics to create tiny artificial wormholes? We're talking about bending the fabric of space-time in our labs. Mind-blowing, right? Let's tackle the biggest brain twister in time travel, the grandfather paradox. You hop in your time machine, travel to the past, and accidentally prevent your grandparents from meeting. Oops. But wait, if they never met, you were never born. And if you were never born, how did you travel back to stop them? Your head spinning yet? This paradox has kept physicists up at night for decades. Some think the universe has a built-in consistency protection mechanism, like a cosmic bouncer that stops you from creating these impossible loops. Others suggest parallel universes might solve the problem. When you change the past, you're actually creating a new timeline, leaving your original one intact. It's like having infinite save files in the weirdest video game ever. Ready for some quantum weirdness? Particles can actually tunnel through time. Yeah, you read that right. Imagine you're throwing tennis balls at a brick wall. Obviously, they bounce back. But in the quantum world, particles sometimes just pop through to the other side. It's like they're borrowing energy from the future to do something impossible in the present. Scientists at MIT have caught particles pulling this trick, sneaking through barriers they shouldn't be able to cross. And get this, some physicists think this same process might let us send particles on tiny time trips. We're not talking DeLorean territory yet, but these quantum shortcuts could be our first baby steps toward real-time travel. Here's a brain bender for you. Why do we only remember the past and never the future? It's all about something scientists call entropy, which is basically nature's way of spreading chaos. Think about dropping an ice cube in your hot coffee. It always melts and spreads out. You never see scattered coffee molecules suddenly jump together to form an ice cube. This one-way street of time explains why you remember eating breakfast this morning but can't remember what you'll have tomorrow. It's like the universe has a built-in arrow pointing from past to future, making sure everything moves in one direction. The wild part, at the quantum level, this rule doesn't always apply. Here's something that'll make your jaw drop. Astronauts are literally time travelers. When they zoom around Earth at 17,500 miles per hour on the International Space Station, they experience time just a tiny bit slower than we do down here. After a year in space, an astronaut comes back about 0.01 seconds younger than their Earth-bound twin. Sounds small, right? But check this out. If we sent someone whizzing past a black hole at nearly light speed, they might come back to find decades have passed on Earth while they've only aged a few years. This isn't science fiction. It's Einstein's relativity in action, and we've measured it with ultra-precise atomic clocks. Space travelers are living proof that time isn't as fixed as we thought. Hold on to your quantum bits, because this is where things get really interesting. Quantum computers aren't just super-fast calculators. They're reality-bending machines that might help us hack time itself. While your laptop processes information in simple yes-no bits, quantum computers use qubits that can be yes and no at the same time. It's like they're computing in multiple timelines simultaneously. Scientists at Google and IBM are already using these weird quantum properties to simulate time reversal on a tiny scale. Sure, we're not programming time machines yet, but we're getting closer to understanding how time actually works at its most fundamental level. The coolest thing about time travel research right now? It's happening in real labs, not just science fiction. Teams at places like MIT and Caltech are pushing the boundaries of quantum mechanics, trying to create microscopic time loops. They're not building DeLoreans, but they're doing something even wilder, manipulating individual atoms to bend the rules of time. Some scientists are working on quantum teleportation experiments that could let us send information backward in time. Others are designing new types of quantum computers that might simulate time travel scenarios we can't even imagine yet. We might not be taking vacation selfies in ancient Egypt anytime soon, but we're definitely getting closer to understanding how time really works at its deepest level. And there you have it. We're not quite ready to visit the dinosaurs, but we're getting closer to cracking time's secrets. If you enjoyed this mind-bending journey, smash that like button and subscribe for more scientific adventures. Share it with a friend who loves time travel.